So why are we having the event tonight? There are so many people here that I could welcome and acknowledge, and we don't have time for that except to say the reason why I wanted a session on this topic is because it is leaders that will change our society. And if we are going to be the most successful, super diverse city in the world, then we do need to evolve and change. And so I get asked to speak a lot about leadership, but what I'm interested in is what does authentic Kiwi leadership in the 21st century look like? The reason why that's important and relevant to me as I look at this audience, which is full of authentic Kiwi 21st century leaders, is that the Prime Minister said at the Tripartite Conference last Monday that Auckland is the second most multicultural city in the world. And when we look at the Comar Brunton survey that was done by TVNZ a couple of weeks ago, this is what they concluded: that New Zealandness is evolving and we are becoming global citizens, more outward focused, confident and professional, innovative and entrepreneurial, while retaining our openness and our tolerance. There's no longer them in us, as Saray Avery reminded me tonight. Actually, it's all us. We're marrying each other, and the ethnicity is changing. But of course, there are Kiwis, there are New Zealanders, and it's all us. So what does that mean for business leadership? What does that mean if you are a leader in education? What does that mean if you're a leader in local government? And I look at Arthur and his many years of diverse, authentic 21st century Kiwi leadership in local government and in central government. What does it mean in the not-for-profit space? And we've got Marissa Fong here, who was in the not-for-profit space now, who's was previously in the for-profit space for Indigenous peoples. And we're going to lead off tonight with Pasifika McLean, who's CEO of Waikato Tainui. What does it mean for ethnic minorities? And there are many ethnic minority leaders in this room. To change people's thinking so that they don't think like minorities anymore, but they realise they're now part of a majority. What does this mean for governance? And we have, for the first time tonight, heavy hitter Michael Stiasny, Chairman of the Institute of Directors, and he's sitting in the left-hand corner, and he's going to talk a little bit about what it means for governance. And I hope this will be the first of many things that New Zealand Asian Leaders does with the Institute of Directors, because frankly all of our members should be his members. And so what does it also mean for senior management? We have many brilliant business leaders here on the stage. Stan Bala, who came to New Zealand some years ago, I think almost 30 years ago. He's now running a company specialising in Asian food with almost a 200 million market cap. So the role of New Zealand Asian leaders is not to do something for ourselves, it's to do something for New Zealand. Our job is to thought lead. And if I can just ask the members of the advisory board of New Zealand Asian Leaders in Auckland and in Wellington just to stand up. Thank you. These are the people who are leading in New Zealand Asian Leaders. Thank you. They're not all here tonight, but thank you. So I want to thank AUT, I want to thank ATEED, and now what I want to do is I want to introduce 4 amazing speakers and then let them get on with it. Because you're going to have a lot of questions to ask and I do want interaction. We're going to have 4 speakers, a few questions, and then we're going to roll into the panel. I will pick on some people. Sorry, I'm still an adjunct professor, so if you don't ask questions, I'll be cold calling. I have a seating chart, and for those of you who have sat at the back, that's usually where I start. But you have this wonderful brochure in front of you, and the reason is because the people that we have now speaking are so well qualified that it would take me all night to read out their names. So the batting order will be that we'll kick off with Pasifika McLean, who's currently CEO of Waikato Tainui, followed by Naomi Valentine, Managing Director of Partners Life. I don't know if you saw the lovely picture and profile of Naomi in the Weekend Herald. She'll tell you the story about how she came to work that day in Mufti and ended up on the front page of the Business Herald. That will be followed by Adrian Orr, well known to us as the CEO of the Super Fund, and then Michael Stiasny, President of the Institute of Directors, and of course a Senior Partner at Korta Mentha, will follow up the batting order. Thank you.